Rock DIY or do it you.
Been having problems with birds trying to find safe places to build nests. And this is one spot they love to build nests. But the issue with them building their nests is this is what happens. They end up with all their nest material all over the deck. We also had the same issue over here with the security camera. So I built this last year, and you gotta make sure there's nothing that's gotta go all the way to the top. Otherwise they find a little nook up there to build their nest. So I'm gonna have to build another one just for these lights right here. I'm basically just gonna make a wire mesh enclosure that'll go over the top of those lights with this material here. And my dimensions are, the length is 15 inches, the depth is 7 inches, and the height is 11 inches. The good thing about using the wire mesh is not only does it prevent the birds from building nests, because the material is open, it also prevents bugs from making their nest in it as well. This is the wire mesh cage so far that I'm making to go over the lights to prevent the birds from making nests. So I put basically a tab here at the bottom that I'll be able to put staples in onto the house. And I'm using staples because our house is a log house rather than nails or screws, because I don't want to put a bunch of screw holes over time. Be a bunch of holes all over the house. So got this tab here, and then I used a flat board to make these seams or creases, and I also put a lip or tabs on these edges. And what I'll do is cut out some separate pieces that'll fit inside here, that'll go from bottom to the top. And by doing this, by adding these overlap or lips, it makes the cage a little more rigid. The one thing I do like about using this wire mesh is it's probably better than anything else, because anything else would probably be bulky or really noticeable. But this wire mesh, you almost don't even see it unless you're looking for it. So I had used this wire mesh for a previous project, which resulted in this cut right here. So rather than buying more, I don't have another big piece. I don't want to buy more just to buy more. So what I did is I made this little caterpillar zipper looking thing, and I'm just gonna put it in here and then bend these tabs over so it holds this together. And that's it. It's all put back together. And you can tell it's spring here because a bee is flying over my head in the work shed. Got the side pieces cut out, and then also what I did is I left these little tabs all along this edge and over on this edge so I can bend them over and secure it to the original part of the wire mesh cage. And you can kind of see that it looks kind of warped, dilapidated, but once I get the side pieces in, it'll all be somewhat square. It's not gonna be perfect, but it'll be good. Cage is all built, or wire mesh screen is gonna go around the lights to prevent birds from putting nests on top of the floodlights on our side deck. You see that it's still kind of dilapidated or warped, but once I put it up, it'll straighten itself out. And so I got tabs all along here to join the sides together, and then I've got a lip right here all the way around so that I can staple it onto the house because I don't want to use screws. And then once I get it up there, I'll probably have to make some adjustments, especially between the logs. But the number one concern is the birds not being able to get through it. And on the very top edge, I can't have any lip or points up here because the underside of our loft deck has screening to prevent bugs from going into the screen deck off of the loft, so I don't want to poke any holes in it. The box is complete. It goes all the way around the lights, which will prevent the birds from putting nests up there. Good thing about using the staples is that when I do need to replace a light bulb, it's actually pretty easy because you really only need two staples on the left and on the right, and then those can just be pulled out, change light bulbs, and then just staple it back up. But that's it. It is complete. When you look at it this way, it looks like it's big and bulky. For us, it'll barely even be noticeable. Also, I can prevent all this junk, a lot of dirt, moss, and then once the birds get situated, they start crapping everywhere too. So at least this wire mesh around the light will keep the birds from setting up camp on our side deck.
Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks again.